What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, girl. I was gonna come down here to talk about Beverly Hills, but I watched it yesterday and I didn't take any notes. It really felt like a filler episode. Was that just me? They had the soiree and Kyle and Dorit, went outside and talked, and I honestly, I picked my phone up when Dorit and Kyle were out there talking because I honestly do not care that if Dorit and Kyle were talking. I think Kyle is not a girl's girl for not telling her. I feel like it's just like it doesn't Kyle saying that she's a girl's girl, it doesn't go because to Dorit's point, you would have told me, you would have came and told me you still talking to him. And then did you hear Kyle tell Dorit, if you would have came and told me that, hey, we're going through some stuff, don't talk to him, be careful talking to, I would have done it. I said that. I said that on Twitter. I said all she had to do was tell her from the beginning. See, this thing where the people are not communicating well, we can see how it affects your relationships, your personal relationships, your friendships, because you guys are not communicating well. The fact that Kyle told everyone about that text except for Dorit is wrong. The fact that Kyle is overreacting makes it seem like it's worse than it is, right? I'm also with Sutton. Kyle needs to stop getting up and leaving the scenes. You don't get to leave the scenes. This thing where everybody gets, unless it is something extremely traumatizing, or I don't even think I don't think anything is going to happen that's extremely traumatizing. I mean, we can say that because look what happened on New York. That shit was crazy. But getting up, leaving the scene, I'm with Sutton on that. I don't know who you think you are. You don't get up and get to leave. We're all sitting here, we're all having a conversation. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Well, you wouldn't have had to do that if you were just clear and didn't act like Kyle's whole thing. I guess we are talking about it because I guess we're going to talk. I don't remember it word for word. Usually when I take notes, I don't remember everything that they were saying, but I do remember the gist of it, right? Um, Portia got a car. She turned 16. They got her a Porsche. And so she's good, and she's going on a trip with her dad. So we know that. I don't think Garcelle had anything going on. Did Garcelle didn't have anything going on. It was Dorit and Kyle. Erica and Dorit had a conversation, and Dorit basically confronted Erica like, I didn't like that that you weren't sticking up for me. Because at the soiree, Kyle said, I didn't do anything. I didn't do it. And she was like, we know you didn't do anything. So I'm kind of with Erica. Erica is taking an approach where you're just going on what you feel. Like, you could be upset that she didn't tell you that her and PK are continuing to talk. She didn't tell you, but she hasn't shown you anything, and you have no proof of something inappropriate. Now, Kyle continuing to talk to PK, is it inappropriate? It's not inappropriate, right? But it's just, how do you explain bad taste? You call yourself a girl's girl and you're continuing to talk to my husband, even though you and I are not in a good place. And see, that's the one thing about these women who say that they're girls. They're girls as long as they like you, right? Right now, Kyle doesn't like Dorit. So she even said that even PK is a better friend than Dorit right now. That's a girl's girl wouldn't say that. A girl's girl would always put the woman first before the man, no matter, to me, no matter the relationship. And with this, the relationship with Dorit is deeper, or maybe it's not, than it is with PK. And then Kyle is acting like Dorit is just doing this to take away from how she hurt Kyle. And now everybody's focused on this text message. Dorit don't know anything about the text message. She knows that you guys still text. And then she said, I know that Kyle is lying to me because PK every time they do have conversations and share with each other, PK comes and tells Dorit. So you know fucked up, right? Because you thinking you're, and this is where women fuck up every time when it's a man and a woman, and you automatically go and take the man's side. You say the man is being a better friend than your actual girlfriend. You still continue to talk to him as if it's nothing, even though you know in a divorce, men and women, they're not the nicest when it's time to get a divorce. So you don't know. And just like I kept saying it. You're gonna get comfortable. You're talking to PK, you're comfortable talking to him, and then you run in your mouth. And I don't need you to be talking to him at all. But I'm with Kyle. If you would have came and just said it could go both ways. You could have came and just told me, don't talk to him. We're going through it. I know we're not cool right now, but don't talk to him. We're going through it. But I feel like a girl's girl should know, like, PK, I know me and Dorit are into it right now, but since y'all are going to it, we're going to limit the time that we talk to each other. We're still cool. I still honor the things that you've told me over the past, but now that you and Dorit are not in the best place, I don't think it is in I don't think it's appropriate for us to be talking as frequently as we do. And this thing, the way that you worded it, but Bose thinks that it is inappropriate. Garcelle thinks it's inappropriate. Sutton thinks it's inappropriate. Erica thinks it's inappropriate. Jennifer Tilly, I don't know. Has she said? I think she agrees that it's inappropriate. I think everybody agrees that it's inappropriate, and I think Kyle, you're just like on the wrong side of things today. And I feel like you should take accountability, because whether you like Dorit or not, whether you guys are cool or not, the actions that you're taking are not what a girl's girl would do. They're just not. And so Dorit, she, confronts Erica and was like, you were telling her that she didn't do anything wrong. She was like, well, she didn't. Like, I'm not gonna be in between y'all and you telling me I can't be both. I'm trying to be neutral. And she is, we have noticed her talking to Kyle. We have noticed her trying to pull Dorit away when they're getting into it. We have noticed Erica, because Erica went through it, and she went through her divorce, but the girls were not so nice to Erica, right? At all. So, because of the circumstances. So there's different circumstances, but the same situation is happening where this woman needs support while she's going. So in this case, Dorit and Kyle both need support. And now, because them as friends, they're having a breakdown in their friendship, nobody's going to pick sides. And I think that's what happens. Like, what do you do in a group of women where two of the girls are going through a divorce with their husband, and they were best friends or good friends, and one of the wives continues to speak to the husband, and then she reads this text message that says, girl, whatever we kept between us, whatever you discussed with me, I'm going to keep it between us. What did you discuss? I would like to know. And I know you lying, because Dorit said PK comes to her and tells her when he has talked to Kyle. Probably not every single time, but she knows that they talk more than just memes and gifts. So you forgot. See, and this is, like I said, this is where women mess up. You forgot that that's a husband and wife, and you are taking the position to be like, oh, PK is a better friend than Dorit. Is he? Based on what? I've never seen that side of I've never seen that side of PK. Dorit is talking to her outside because Kyle runs out. Dorit comes and talks to her like, "Let's just take a breath." And I love when Dorit was like, she was like, "I'm trying to read." This is Kyle. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna read this text and then I'm leaving. And this is it. This is it. I'm just tired of this. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. We are all older women. No, you are trying to make them feel bad for trying to get you to see that your actions are not girls actions. They're not. They're just not, Kyle. And I feel like you reading this text that you wrote, that you said to PK, doesn't make it better. Girl, that text was like, I promise that I'm not going to share anything. And then she was like, with all of this, talking about production. I'm with Garcelle. Garcelle said, if it was about production, you would have said that in the text. I promise to keep whatever we shared between you and I will not tell production. But you didn't say that because that's not what you meant. So what else are y'all talking about? And I need you to stop talking to my husband. We're not in a good place. He's a monster. I call him a monster. I'm telling you, I would really love to see. I wouldn't love to see it, but I would really like a glimpse into Dorit and PK's arguments. He said, you emasculate me. He said, if we spoke to the service staff here at this restaurant the way that we speak to each other, we would be kicked out. So, Dorit ain't no angel. We know that. Okay, we're not saying she's an angel, right? But she explains that they get into arguments. She calls him a monster. Kyle says, well, I don't see that. I'm sure there's things about Mauricio that you would like to say and say how he acts, and we haven't seen it. So just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean that this is not this woman's experience. I do not like the fact that Kyle is trying to deny Dorit, his wife's experience, by saying, well, I haven't experienced that from PK, so I don't know. Girl, that's not a girl's girl, Kyle. So you want the idea of what a girl's girl is. You like that idea being placed over you, but that's not what you are, sweetie. You're not that. You're not that. And I said it down to Twitter. I said all Dorit had to do, and this is where Dorit fails in communicating, both of them. But Dorit, you failed in communicating by going to her and saying, girl, look, I know we are not in a good place. And I feel like that would have been a better season. Like, I know we're not in a good place. I need you to stop talking to PK. I need you to stop talking to him. And then however Kyle would have reacted, Kyle says, I would have stopped talking to him. Would you? Would you have? Because why do I have to come and tell you? That's another thing Dorit says. Why do I have to tell you to stop talking to my husband, girl? My husband. Literally, Kyle, keep my husband out of it. Keep him out of it. Keep him out of it.
But keep my husband out of it.
Yo, girl, keep my husband out of it. You should have kept her husband out of it, Kyle. You better listen to Sweet Tea. Keep my husband out of it. But you didn't. And you continue to talk to him. And now your girlfriend is like, girl, that's not a girl's girl. Why is Boz getting in why is Boz getting involved? Because she's part of the cast now, girl. And you came to her house and you sat at the edge of her bed and you didn't share that text message with her. You shared it with everybody but Dorit and Boz. Bozoma. Bozoma. You shared with everybody except for them. And why can't I see it? And why can't Dorit see it? And why am I asking you to read this? And then why are you acting like you're mad and that it's none of my business? No, it's everybody's business. You came in my room, sat at the foot of my bed, and shared this picture of Dorit and Mauricio. Why you didn't share the text message that you sent to PK? Because you know you were wrong. You know you were wrong. Otherwise, you would have been like, girl, look at here. Look, this is the last conversation I had with your husband, girl. This is what I said to him. And what it should have said was, hey, PK, I know you and Dorit are going through your thing right now. I won't speak to production about anything that I know about what's going on with y'all. We're going to have to keep it to memes and smiley faces until y'all get past your hump, because that's my girl first. What do y'all think? I feel like Kyle should have just told her that they talk. And she says, "I know y'all talk. I know y'all talk, and I know he shares stuff with you, and because he comes back and he shares with me. He comes back and he shares with me that he's talked to you. So, girl, what's the tea? Hold on, let me see what else. So then later, after all of that happened, Kyle runs out. She leaves in her robe and whatever. And um, Garcelle, no, Sutton goes to see, I don't like the fact that the search stuff, it doesn't work. I don't like the searching. I don't like the search um on Twitter anymore. It's not a good search thing. It's not a good search thing. Let's see. I really want to see Dorit and Kyle, Dorit, not Dorit and Kyle, Dorit and PK in it. I do. I don't like the fact that the search option doesn't show up the way that it should when I'm doing a search. I used to be able to find things quicker, and I can't find them as quick as I can, cuz I said that last week about about Kyle or Dorit coming to Kyle and saying, "Hey girl, you know, it I don't want you talking to my husband while we're not in a good place." That's how I feel about it. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't feel like Kyle's a girl's girl. I don't feel like her actions prove that she's a girl's girl. And I don't like it. And Sutton was like, I don't like the fact that what's her name leaves the scene. So, Sutton goes over to Garcelle's house, her beach house. She goes over to her house and she basically says, I don't like the fact that Kyle runs out of the scene. I don't like it. Here, hold on. Let me see. I'm trying to find it. Luckily, I don't tweet as much as I used to. But I was talking about Kyle and them last week because I just don't. I just feel like she's lying, and she doesn't. And the crazy thing is, she doesn't have to lie. That's the part, is you don't have to lie. And why are you lying about it? And so it's making you seem like it's making it seem like it's more than what it is. Okay, this is when I was talking about Salt Lake City. Let's see. Okay, this is when I was talking about New York. I'm telling you, I be talking about the shows on Twitter. I just don't review them. New York, Salt Lake City. Girl, Natalie's chin did grow back. It did. Did you hear Giselle say that what's her name was out of her league? Girl, y'all look just alike. Y'all look just alike. She looks like a younger version of you, and y'all over here fighting, going back and forth over Jamal Bryant, the village whore, the not just the village whore, but the village church whore. Girl, give me a break. I'm trying to find that tweet, and I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. But anyways, I guess that's it. That's all I have to say about Beverly Hills and Kyle. I don't think anything else was on that thing. I don't like how Kyle was saying that this stuff with Dorit and her is none of Boz's business. I don't think mm-mm. I don't think that was right, because it is her business. Dorit is cool with her, you know? So it is about PK being unpredictable and irrational and getting information from Kyle, or is it about them sharing memes and her not telling her? I think if Dorit would have just told Kyle, I know y'all talk, but he's been acting weird. Can you stop talking to him? Because I don't want him trying to get information from you. That would have solved it. Now it's about her not telling her, but I thought she knew and laughed about it. Right. So she knew that this was on the 8th that I tweeted this. She knew that um her and PK talked because she even said it. And she's like, I don't even understand how it's so easy for her to just lie to me. And that's where you're fucking up. And that's the thing. When somebody comes to you about some shit, some people already know what it is. They already know the answers to the questions that they're asking you. They are just wanting to see if you are going to tell the truth, right? To maintain that level. Oh, I can still trust this person because I know that you and my husband still talk. He tells me the things that y'all talk about. So I know that it's deeper than memes and gifts. So if I'm sitting across from you, vulnerable, we got our robes on, right? We at the soiree, and I'm sitting here. That's what I was talking about when she was like, "I'm just gonna read it and I'm gonna leave," and Dorit was like, "So read it, baby, read it, girl, read it. We want to hear." I'm sitting across from you, and I'm telling you this, and you telling me that it's not that, and I know that it is. So not only are you not a girl's girl, you're untrustworthy. You're untrustworthy. And that's the problem that I have with Kyle and this whole thing with Kyle and Dorit. Do I feel that Dorit was right in confronting Erica about kind of taking sides? Um, I don't know. I feel like Erica was just trying to make it better. Like, okay, girl, you're not wrong. You're not wrong because there is no proof. And Erica's right. You know, Erica's like, I was married to a lawyer, trial lawyer. There's no proof. There's no proof of any, in anything that's inappropriate. But that text message that Kyle read, bitch, that didn't help. It really didn't help. I'm gonna keep it between us. Keep what, bitch? Between you and my man. What? And because he's a monster and because he's unpredictable, now you want to kind of, oh, well, I've never seen that part of PK before. Why would you? That's not your husband. Why would he show you that side of him? He's like a girl. PK's like a girl. He's funny, he's petty, and blah blah blah. Okay, so if you know he's like a girl, he's funny, he's petty, he can be petty, then you know that he's gonna be petty when it comes to me and you talking. I'm not saying you have to tell me the things that y'all talk about, but I would like for you to stop talking to him. And then when you do talk to if you do talk to him, do not mention anything about me to him. I feel like that would have went over well for yeah. This is what I said. Bryn and Aaron like to poke at Jessel and Uba, and then when they snap back, now all of a sudden something's wrong. You know what, Aaron? You very lucky, bitch, and now you pregnant. You are so fucking lucky that Bryn took it too far, because bitch, you're no different. Aaron, I don't know what Aaron's last name is. You ain't no different from Bryn Whitfield, girl, because y'all do the same exact thing. Bryn just took it too far. Karen, Aaron, and Bryn and Karen. Yeah, it's both of y'all. It's both of y'all. Anyway, well, that's all I have to say about Beverly Hills. Y'all let me know what you think. I tried to talk as much as I can because I didn't take any notes. I really just really went on memory. Um, and I don't have the best memory. That's why you can't tell lies, because girl, you got to remember the shit, and I ain't got time to remember some shit. I'm just gonna remember the truth. And if I can't recall it, then I can't recall. Take care of each other, protect your energy. Let me know what y'all think about Kyle and Dorit. Sutton says she's tired. She says, I'm going to bring it up. She says she's tired of her shit. You don't get to run out and leave the scene, girl. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.